Fear, for many of us, is a constant companion. It can creep into the corners of our minds, whispering doubts and anxieties that hold us back from new experiences and opportunities. But what if, instead of seeing fear as an enemy, we viewed it as a guide, a teacher leading us to discover the strength that lies within? The journey of overcoming fear is not a single moment of courage, but a continuous process of growth, self-discovery, and transformation. Fear often arrives unannounced, triggered by the unknown, the uncertain, or the possibility of failure. It might be fear of speaking in public, taking on a new job, moving to a different city, or simply expressing one's true self. These fears feel real and, at times, insurmountable. The heart races, palms sweat, and the mind conjures up worst-case scenarios. But beneath this surface tension lies a profound truth. Every fear is an invitation to grow, an opportunity to uncover a stronger, braver version of ourselves. My own journey with fear began quietly, almost imperceptibly. I was comfortable in my routines, content to remain within the boundaries of the familiar. Yet deep down, I sensed a yearning for more. A desire to challenge myself, to reach beyond what I thought was possible. The first step was acknowledging my fears, naming them, and allowing myself to feel their presence. Instead of running away, I chose to stand still and listen. The secret to overcoming fear is not to deny its existence, but to understand it. Fear often stems from our perceptions, beliefs about what might happen, stories we tell ourselves about our limitations. When I examined my fears closely, I discovered that many were based on assumptions rather than facts. The fear of failure, for example, was rooted in the belief that mistakes define me rather than teach me. By questioning these beliefs, I began to dismantle the walls that fear had built. Courage, I learned, is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. Each time I faced a fear, no matter how small, I proved to myself that I was capable of more. The first time I spoke up in a meeting, my voice trembled, but I felt a surge of energy afterward. When I signed up for a challenging course, the fear of inadequacy lingered, but with each lesson, confidence grew. Every step forward made the next one easier, as if strength was accumulating within me. The process of overcoming fear is deeply personal. It requires patience, self-compassion, and the courage to be vulnerable. There are moments of doubt, setbacks, and the occasional temptation to retreat to the comfort zone. But with each challenge faced, the boundaries of what is possible expand. The stronger self is not found in the absence of struggle, but in the willingness to engage with it. Support from others can make a profound difference. Sharing fears with trusted friends or mentors reveals that we are not alone. Hearing stories of others who have overcome similar challenges provides hope and inspiration. Sometimes the simple act of speaking about our fears diminishes their power, transforming them from looming shadows into manageable obstacles. Together, we build a sense of community, where vulnerability is met with empathy and encouragement. Perspective is another powerful tool. What once seemed terrifying can, with time and experience, become routine. Looking back at moments when fear felt overwhelming, I now see them as pivotal turning points, opportunities where I chose growth over comfort. These experiences are not erased, but integrated into my identity, reminding me of my resilience and capacity for change. Self-reflection is key to this journey. By taking time to understand my reactions, motivations, and desires, I become more attuned to my inner world. Journaling, meditation, or simply quiet contemplation allows me to process experiences and gain clarity. Through reflection, I recognize patterns, times when fear held me back, and moments when I broke through. This self-awareness empowers me to make conscious choices rather than defaulting to avoidance. One profound realization is that fear often arises in the presence of possibility. It signals that we are on the edge of something new, a threshold where transformation can occur. Instead of seeing fear as a barrier, I began to view it as a signpost, a marker indicating that growth awaits on the other side. The stronger self emerges not by avoiding these thresholds, but by stepping through them with intention and openness. Overcoming fear also means accepting imperfection. There will be failures, mistakes, and moments of uncertainty. These are not evidence of weakness, but proof of effort and willingness to try. Each misstep is a lesson, each setback an invitation to adapt and persevere. The path to strength is paved with persistence, humility, and the courage to begin again. Celebrating victories, no matter how small, is essential. Recognizing progress reinforces the belief that change is possible. Each time I conquer a fear, I take a moment to acknowledge the effort, the discomfort, and the growth. These celebrations build confidence, fueling the motivation to tackle new challenges. As the journey continues, I notice subtle shifts. The fears that once dominated my thoughts begin to fade, replaced by curiosity, excitement, and a sense of possibility. The stronger self is not a distant ideal, but a present reality, one that grows with each act of courage, each decision to move forward despite uncertainty. The secret to discovering my stronger self lies in the relationship I build with fear. Instead of resisting or resenting it, I choose to engage with it, to learn from it, and to allow it to guide me toward growth. Fear is no longer an adversary, but a companion on the path to self-discovery. Every person's journey with fear is unique, but the underlying process is universal. It begins with awareness, followed by understanding, action, reflection, and celebration. With each cycle, strength is cultivated, and the boundaries of the possible expand. Today, when fear arises, I welcome it as a sign that I am stretching beyond my comfort zone. I remind myself that courage is a practice, not a destination. The stronger self is built through choices, moment by moment, day by day. Each act of bravery, each decision to pursue what matters, contributes to a foundation of resilience and confidence. The journey is ongoing, and the lessons continue. Fear may never disappear entirely, but its power to hold me back diminishes. What remains is a sense of freedom, the ability to choose, to act, and to create a life aligned with my deepest values and aspirations. In the end, overcoming fear is not about becoming fearless. It is about embracing vulnerability, finding strength in uncertainty, and recognizing that the journey itself is the source of growth. The secret to discovering my stronger self is, and always has been, hidden within the challenges I dare to face, the fears I choose to meet, and the courage I nurture along the way.